Am I the a-hole for telling my partner I don't want his daughter living with us anymore? I, 29F, have been with my partner, 30M, for several years. He has a daughter, Lila, 15F, from a previous relationship. Lila came to live with us about 6 years ago when she was around 9, and since then, life in our household has been anything but peaceful. My partner and I have 2 kids together, our daughter, 7F, and our son, 9M. When Lila first moved in, I was hopeful. I wanted to create a loving and inclusive home for everyone, and I treated Lila like my own from the very beginning. I was ready to be a positive parental figure in her life, to help her feel safe and loved. But things went south quickly, and they've only spiraled since. From day one, Lila was incredibly disrespectful, not just to me, but to my children. She would slam doors in their faces, call them names, take their toys, and ignore them when they tried to speak to her. She made it very clear she had no interest in bonding with them, or me. I thought maybe it was just the adjustment period. I gave her grace. I tried to be patient, understanding, compassionate. But her behavior never changed. In fact, it got worse. She began stealing from me. Money, perfume, makeup, skincare, anything she could get her hands on. At one point, I discovered she had even taken my debit card. When I brought it up to my partner, he brushed it off. No punishment, no conversation with her, just excuses. And when she started stealing from him too, same thing, no consequences. There were rules in our home. Simple ones: respect each other, no hitting, no stealing, no food in the bedrooms. But Lila followed none of them. I'd find messes hidden in her closet, broken items, and at one point, when she was just 11, I found a used vape in her drawer. I sent my partner a picture of it while he was on a work trip. He never even brought it up to her. Over the years, her behavior only escalated. She became physically aggressive, pushing and hitting my children, interfering with my son's virtual classes, yelling at me, slamming doors during arguments. Every time I grounded her or gave her a consequence, my partner would undo it. "She's not your daughter," he'd say. "You don't get to discipline her." It was like trying to parent in a war zone with no backup. I kept trying. I showed up for her. I took her to appointments, school events, gave her rides, bought her clothes, celebrated her birthday, and defended her when people criticized her. I wanted her to feel seen and loved. I gave her the benefit of the doubt for 6 long years. But nothing changed because my partner never enforced boundaries, never modeled respect, and never gave her a reason to take me seriously. Fast forward to this year, she was caught smoking weed during class and suspended. Teachers started reaching out regularly to complain about her disrespect, poor performance, and outbursts. She'd lie about her whereabouts, saying she was going to a friend's house to get her hair braided, only to come home after 11 p.m. with no braids and no explanation. Still, no consequences. I've asked my partner repeatedly, "What are your plans for discipline? How are you going to handle this?" His responses? "She's not your daughter. It's none of your business." And the one that finally broke me: "I'm glad she does that to you. You suck up to her too much." I snapped. Today was the final straw. Lila invited a friend over and brought food to her room, directly violating one of the house rules I've reminded her of more times than I can count. My partner and I both saw her carry the plates upstairs. I asked him why she was allowed to break that rule, and he just shrugged it off and said, "It's for her friend." So I texted Lila directly and reminded her, "No food in the bedrooms." She flat out lied to my face and said she didn't have any food up there. That lie was my tipping point. I texted my partner and told him I was done. I said I didn't want any more of Lila's friends over, and that if he couldn't make her respect the rules, then she needed to leave. He came to talk, and we ended up arguing. He said I was just looking for an excuse to kick her out. I listed everything: 6 years of incidents, lies, aggression, stealing, disrespect, and his total lack of parenting. Instead of acknowledging any of it, he made excuses again. I told him flat out, "This isn't just about Lila anymore. You need to go too. Because it's not just her disrespecting me, he is too." He walked away without another word and has been in the kids' room ever since. We haven't spoken. Lila must have heard us fighting because she's been giving me the side eye all evening, but I'm beyond caring. I've reached my breaking point. I understand that Lila is his daughter. I'm not asking him to stop loving her, but I have to protect my children. They've started copying her behavior, talking back, raising their voices, questioning why she can do things they can't. And honestly, they're right. It's unfair. And I refuse to let them grow up thinking this is normal. I spent years treating Lila like my own. And all I've gotten back is cruelty, manipulation, and dismissal from both her and my partner. So, Am I the a-hole for finally saying I don't want his daughter living with us anymore? Edit. Yes, I told him clearly during the argument that he needs to leave too. I'm not going to keep raising our two children in a house where disrespect and double standards are the norm. Enough is enough.